This is the Uptick Newswire Stock Day podcast, sponsored by InvestorsHangout.com. Subscribe to us on iTunes and YouTube to stay up to date on penny stock news and interviews, public information on OTC, pink sheets, and microcap stocks from around the world, with your host, Everett Jolly.
On today's show, I'm bringing you a brand new company that my team discovered about 2 or 3 months ago. We're talking about No Borders, Inc. You can find them on the OTC markets under the ticker symbol NBDR. They were acquired, if you will, in March of 2018. And with us today, we're very lucky and fortunate to have him, is the president and CEO of the company, Mr. Joseph Snyder. Joseph, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here.
Give my listeners a little bit about statement, who you guys are, how you make your money, and then I want to get into the Q&A.
Yeah, for sure. So No Borders, Inc., we are a listed OTC market company here in the U.S., and we actually did that motion by doing an acquisition, what's typically called a reverse merger. So we acquired No Borders in March of last year, and we did that with the idea of being able to bring our team's business acumen and real-world business deployment experience and sync it with the technological chops to really utilize actionable data analytics and these technologies that we believe create what is the Web3 environment in the future of the internet and the future of business operations with technologies. And so to do that, we did do the reverse merger last year and came out of that bringing several different product lines to market. And again, we're very technology focused in the use of how do we utilize predictive analytics and data analytics, artificial intelligence tools, even blockchain infrastructures, and these types of emerging technologies in the real world. And so to do that, we have multiple operating subsidiaries that have real live businesses, real live products, physical products, and virtual products. And we use our suite of technologies and expertise to put power and impact behind those things, lower the customer acquisition costs, and ideally increase the lifetime customer values and profitability of our company overall.
You know, I was going over a couple of your 8Ks. You definitely have a lot of moving parts over there. You're making some new acquisitions. You're bringing on some new product lines. All that being said, ideals around remote work and digital teamwork. What do you mean by that?
Well, we live that, right? We are a completely remote work organization. So, we don't have an office building full of humans anywhere in the world. Not to say that at some point or through some acquisition or one of these business lines that's not needed and facilitated and things like that. But the overall ideology is that a business can, with the tools that are available today, that a business can operate a remote work, decentralized team that is very low cost, very easy to pivot and to grow and to scale, and that provides a lot of value back to the organization in reduced costs, reduced waste, and improved efficiencies and results.
New Borders Natural, MedX Supplies. Tell me a little bit about that. I know that you guys did some new acquisitions and you got some new product lines. How are you going to bring those to the forefront to the consumers out there?
Yeah, so MedidentsSupplies.com is a great example. We brought in an existing customer base and an existing product set. We've been adding product to that, as well as adding a network of experienced commissioned representatives around the country. So, we have multiple ways of doing that. We have, digital engagement and digital reach and re-engagement campaigns that our team is very, very experienced at and very good at, as well as we have a network of, like I said, experienced individuals around the country who are being brought in to fill those pipelines and to drive that traffic and to, earn revenue for themselves and also to help us scale those offerings. No Borders Naturals is, again, a product line that we believe in. It's a product set where it really is product first. These are super high quality, wellness and naturals products, primarily in the hemp oil and cannabinoid space. Fantastic products. We have just rave reviews about the product line, and we have a whole set of No Borders Naturals branded product line coming out with dog treats and and all kinds of things for active lifestyles and all of these things. So, it's about bringing these products that we believe are superior products that have great margins and rolling them out to the target markets that we identify, and targeting that digitally and also with networked sales.
The company that we're highlighting today here on Stock Day is No Borders, Inc. You can find them on the OTC Pink sheets under the ticker symbol NBDR. And with us today is the CEO and president of the company, Mr. Joseph Snyder. Joe, let me ask you this. Cell Medline Industries, you guys are starting to get into some medical supply stuff like that. And I didn't quite understand the full press release. Could you bring myself and my listeners up to date on that?
Well, MedidentsSupplies.com is a purveyor of, medical and dental equipment, where we, brought to the forefront the dental equipment and supplies line. We're following that up with, a veterinary line. But, this is an industry that we believe is ripe for disruption. There are some very established players in the industry, and there's some very, good profit margins inside of there. And we believe that with digital engagement and the use of analytics, both data analytics composition as well as utilization of that for action steps and remarketing and customer re-engagement, that we can drive the cost of operation down in this business line, that we can operate on, because of that, we can operate on a slimmer margin than our competitors, and we can have a dramatic impact in the space based on a superior value offering.
What would you want my listeners to take away from this interview?
I'd like them to take away from this interview that NBDR, and it's Nancy Bravo Delta Robert, NBDR, that NBDR is a company, that is looking at how we deploy real-world profitable businesses and support them with the next generation of technologies in order to be able to grow a value base for all of our stakeholders.
In closing, is there anything that we didn't get a chance to touch upon that you would like to illustrate to myself and my listeners?
No, there's a bunch of moving pieces that we have, but, follow us on Twitter. I'm at NBDR CEO. Follow us on YouTube. All of our kind of update videos go there. We do, communications and updates on a very regular basis. I do a Q&A kind of update video myself every couple of weeks, and post it on YouTube. So we really do try to stay engaged and really respond in a timely manner.
If you're looking for a developing, acquiring, delivering product solution company that has clients around the globe, look no further than No Borders, Inc. You can find them on the OTC markets under the ticker symbol NBDR. Joseph, I want to thank you for stopping by on the show today. Hopefully you'll come back on in 40 or 50 days and give us an update of what's going on.
Thanks so much for having me. Have a wonderful day.
This program is entirely sponsored and produced by Uptick Newswire, LLC, which is responsible for the content. The opinions and information provided on this program are those of the guests and those of the respective companies they represent, and do not necessarily reflect those of the staff or management of Uptick Newswire. Uptick Newswire encourages all listeners of this program to do their due diligence and research when determining investment strategies that will work for them, or to seek the assistance of an investment professional. The guests of this program may have paid for its distribution and are not directly affiliated with Uptick Newswire or this station.